It's week 6 of the NFL, and EA Sports brings you the game of the week. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Panthers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A first down throw, Darnold. Incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Anderson a first down and more. And down to the 29-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide. And
they work this near the 5, and they stopped at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Brady's throw there complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Make it happen.
Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, it's Darnold. Again, he finds Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Darnold to throw again.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Darnold. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Shotgun now for Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. That throw by Brady incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Fournette running right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
My teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And down he goes throws, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Brady now on first down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first. Tied on the scoreboard.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Wilson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Brady going to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. They've got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
2nd down and 7.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 44, Brady. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Oh, able to avoid him. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player.
Here's 2nd and 10.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Howard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Here's a give to Fournette. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. On play action, now Brady. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. There's Evans again. Complete. Touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st down, Darnold. That one complete to Stephon Sullivan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a throw here to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 3rd down. Darnold from the gun.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Here's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
Partner in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And Carolina scores to cap it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Brady got to have this one. He finds Howard complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Brady.
And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. 55 yards.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A handoff to Fournette. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff works on him. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So Darnold and the Panthers now down by 7. Less than 90 seconds to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Darnold to throw. He'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's Darnold. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now Darnold.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Darnold.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Darnold. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Darnold now to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Back to throw, Brady. Incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Darnold's throw is caught here by Anderson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey, and he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
2 minutes left. In this overtime session, and still all time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. From the 31, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and the big fella. He's at the 40. 20.
And while we're still getting used to these new overtime rules, we still know that those 3 points would have been critical. What a big-time block right there.
Or it would have been huge. Now a field goal on the other end, and this one's all over.
It changes the math, doesn't it? It changes the thinking, and it changes the whole mindset of this game.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. To throw, it's Brady. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Brady eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Brady to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Brady now on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Now Brady. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Now Fields.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Fields now to throw.
Flush to his right, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
A handoff, Fournette running left. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open down.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
And his pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Going deep for Montgomery. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down to 4. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
We're going to work.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Brady now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On third down, Fournette. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On 1st down, it's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a hold to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Caught by Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So we've hit halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now a play fake. Brady. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Devin White gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fournette running out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A shotgun give to Fournette.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now they'll throw with Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick-6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette, 81 yards. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Fields throwing again.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields able to complete it to Montgomery.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
But here we go on fourth down, Fields.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 7-4.
Again, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Now Fields.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now it's Fields.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So here we go. 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. To throw is Brady.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises.